I'm running low on ideas again. Maybe another collab wouldn't be a bad idea. But I'm gonna need a partner for that. Wait a minute. As I recall, last time I tried to do this, I manifested an evil doppelganger of myself that's now bent on my destruction. Well, not gonna make that mistake again. No more messing around with weird potions for me. From now on, it's just good old-fashioned spell books. Let's see, summoning spells. Here we go. Wait, this just says Jets.
Jets! What the hell was that?
Whoa, hey Nick. How's it going?
Wonderful, but that doesn't answer my original question, which, in case you missed it, was what the hell was that?
I guess football fans can't resist finishing a rallying cry. It's kind of like playing shave and a haircut around Roger Rabbit.
So is there a particular reason for calling me over?
Yeah, I'm looking for an idea for a video. You got anything that would make for a good collab topic?
Well, let me check my list. There might be something good on here.
Several terrible ideas later.
Who would be the best voice actress for Octavia?
No.
If Pinkie Pie were purple, would she be called Purpley Pie?
No.
Is Flash Sentry underrated?
Oh my god, these ideas suck! Do you have anything simpler and not so weird?
Well, how about a video about the morals, like how they've changed over the series and which were the best ones?
Hello, cannedcream here, CC for short.
And I'm Nicky V, aka that guy you might not see that much of now that football season has started.
And today we would like to talk to you about morals.
Wheel of morality, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. Moral number 3. And the moral of today's story is... Elvis lives on in our hearts, in his music, and in a trailer park outside Milwaukee.
When I first got into this show, I was kind of expecting there to be morals, but I didn't think they were going to be anything special. I thought that they'd be the same kinds of morals that you've seen in 100 other cartoons. Treat people with respect, eat your vegetables, blah blah blah. But imagine my surprise when this show not only came up with unique and relevant morals, but ones that don't just have relevance to kids. This is stuff that teenagers and adults, along with the kiddos, can learn from.
Which isn't to say that there hasn't been a fair share of simplistic messages over the course of the show, especially in the earlier seasons. In Bridal Gossip, it was, don't judge others based on appearance. In Owl's Well That Ends Well, it was, don't be envious. In A Bird and a Hoof, it's, death does not exist, life is eternal, we will all be young forever. Anyway, that's what I got from it.
Sounds about right. The show started out simply enough, but as the series went on, not only did the morals get more complex, possibly out of necessity since they had used some of the obvious ones, but their method of deliverance changed. Season 1 had the same formula in nearly every episode. Twilight learns it, Twilight says it, Spike writes it, Spike sends it. Starting with Lesson 0, all of the main 6, plus Spike and the Cutie Mark Crusaders, were allowed to send friendship reports. Season 3 almost completely ditched the letters to Celestia, except in Too Many Pinkie Pies and Apple Family Reunion, opting to weave the morals in more subtly. And finally, Season 4 introduced the main 6's journal, which allowed the morals to get more complex and not just be about the magic of friendship. See the Breezies episode or Testing 1, 2, 3.
The show has even improved at more subtly inserting the morals into the endings for just the same reason. It allows more breathing room for the writer. And as the show goes forward, it's going to become ever more important, especially if Twilight's new title as the Princess of Friendship is going to be a major focus. Since spending the entire episode showing the strengths and importance of it, and then having to listen to one of the main 6 more or less repeat aloud everything we just saw over the past 22 minutes, would get a little old.
And just in case you're just into the writing out the message thing, and I know there are people like that out there, that's what the Journal of the Two Sisters by Amy Keating Rogers is for. For almost every Season 4 episode, it shows some pony writing out the moral as if it was being done in the show. Nice touch, Rogers. I seriously need to get that book.
And credit where credit is due, MLP has been pretty on the ball as of late with giving morals that most other shows either do not teach or terribly simplify. I remember personally being very impressed with Testing. While the episode itself may have played up the comedy, the ending message of there not being one correct way to study, and that everyone needs to find their own way to learn, is an amazing one. Seriously, I wish someone would have told me that when I was a kid. Would have saved a lot of trouble.
Personally, one of the most impactful morals from the last season, for me at least, was from an episode I didn't even like all that much. Daring Don't. Don't place people on a pedestal, even if it's someone you really look up to, because in the end, they're just another person, or pony, like you. I could definitely learn something from this. I mean, if I ran into my favorite football player on the street tomorrow, well, let's just say my reaction would probably be very similar to Rainbow's in this episode.
Oh yeah, a good life lesson, though a bit sloppy in its execution. Don't worship your heroes, but hey, keep following them and you'll be best friends.
Forever!
Kinda like how Some Pony to Watch Over Me mixed up learn to let go of those you love with, hey kids, do a bunch of stupid and dangerous stuff to prove your maturity. But, you know, the heart of the message was still there.
Wait, you don't follow your idols around everywhere they go? Maybe I should put some of this stuff up.
Nick, I swear if you just made me the accessory to a crime...
Dude, you can't say anything. I've seen your Luna shrine.
It's just a few posters. And some candles. And some hair. My intentions are pure.
That's what they all say. Anyway, you got anything else to add before we wrap up this insanity evidence waiting to happen?
MLP has been a show that's made itself stand out from others of its ilk for a variety of reasons, and nearly all of which have been talked about and praised at length. But it is important that we pay just as much tribute to the life lessons that the show leaves us with. Morals that, even in our older years, can still be relevant and important.
Absolutely, and even though the execution of those morals can sometimes be a tad questionable, almost every episode to date has had something that we can learn from it. And seeing as how we've had more than 90 episodes to date, that's pretty friggin' impressive. Cece, thanks for having me on.
Anytime, Nick. Now, what about you, dear listener? What do you think of MLP's morals, and which have been your favorites so far? Post about them in the comments below, and be sure to visit Nicky V's channel while you're at it. Thank you very much for watching, and as always,
stay pony, my friends.